So the first song I'm going to do for you guys is Homecoming Queen by Kelsey Ballerini. Hey, homecoming queen, why did you lie? Somebody's me, where did you hide? People assume you're always alright, so good at smiling most of your life. Look damn good in the dress, sipping up the mess, dancing with your best foot forward. Does it get hard to have to play the part? Nobody's feeling sorry for you. What if I told you the world wouldn't end? You started showing it's under your skin. What if you let them all in on the light? Even a homecoming queen cries. Hey, homecoming queen, how's things at home? Still walking on eggshells, like curtains closed. Your daddy teach you how to act tough, more like your mama, sleeping under the rug. Look damn good in the dress, sipping up the mess, dancing with your best foot forward. Did you want to cry? Does it lay you down? Nobody's feeling sorry for you. What if I told you the world wouldn't end? You started showing it's under your skin. What if you let them all in on the light? Even a homecoming queen cries. What if I told you the sky wouldn't fall? You lost your composure, said to hell with it all. Not everything pretty sparkles and shines. Even a homecoming queen cries. Even a homecoming queen cries. Hey, homecoming queen, why did you lie? Somebody's me, where do you hide? Thank you guys so much. So the second song is actually one I wrote myself, and it's called Dance With Me. I never thought that love was possible for me until I met you. I gazed into your eyes, I saw a love I'd never seen. Saw someone who cared, wanted to hold my heart. So darling, just dance with me as I feel your arms around me. I know that you love me. So darling, just dance with me. I've never known how strange and crazy love could be until I met you. And as I saw how much you loved me, I felt the pull I'd never known. Felt the pull, and I want to hold you close. So darling, just dance with me as I feel your arms around me. I know that you love me. So darling, just dance with me. to kiss you, no kiss will never end. Though you never leave, always hold my hand. So darling, just dance with me as I feel your arms around me. I know that you love me. So darling, just dance, darling, just dance with me as I feel your arms around me. I know that you love me. So darling, just dance, darling, just dance with me. And as I feel your arms around me, I know that you love me. So darling, just dance with me. Thank you guys so much.
So Nevaeh. So unfortunately, to respect the artist, I don't want to talk while they're performing. And I kind of don't even want to type because when they look over at me, it looks like I'm just playing with my phone.
All right, give it up one more time for Macy.
But between the acts,
All right, for those of you curious about our upcoming open mic night, has anybody here ever been to one of our open mic?
between the acts, I'll
comedy
catch
nights?
up with
We're
the
gonna be
chat.
here at our open mic night. Has anyone here ever been to one of our comedy nights? Yep. All right, so sometimes we have it in the black box, other times it's in our indoor theater. For the last 2 times, it's been big enough for us to have it in our indoor theater. It's a great time. The comedians always put on a great show. And recently, we partnered with Pugs, and we now have a full bar and food alongside the comedy night. So it's a real fun time. I heavily recommend you guys go. I know it's this Friday. It might be a little short notice for some of you, but hey, you might win a free ticket, so why not, right? Up next, we have Victor, and I could not figure out what you wrote down, Victor. It said Rondry, I think? Reading, all right. So give it up for Victor. All right, give it up for Victor.
It's a cool gamer.
All right, hello everybody, thank you for coming. As much as I want to, I can't play an instrument. I can barely sing, but I like to believe I can write. With that, that's all right, I'll sit there. All right, so with that, one of my things I've always wanted to do is write a book. So I wrote a kid's book. It's about a little house in Calimesa, which is like next city over. It's my interpretation. Everyone seems to have their own story. This is my story of the house. How it got there, falls in love with another house, they go through their own stuff. From what I've been told, it's a book just for kids, but for everybody. If you want to check it out, Amazon and Barnes & Noble, Little House on the Hill by Victor Reese. Yep, promoting. I will not be reading the book, but I will do a couple of stuff I wrote. If this stuff moves you, or you can feel the stuff that I'm reading, then maybe you'll go get the book and maybe tell people about it. And so I'm not gonna take up too much time. I'm just gonna do like maybe 3 little things here. Hopefully none of this offends anybody. It's just stuff I've gone through. Basically, you write what you know. So this one, this first one's called One Last Time. I still remember that sad cold day when I heard the news that you passed away. I remember falling to my knees, shaking my head in disbelief. For hours, I just sat there, waiting for you to walk through the door, like you had many times before. Then reality set in, and and I knew I'd never see you again. And the pain, how it hurt, as if someone had stumped on my heart. And even now, although time has passed, I find myself reminiscing about the past, reminiscing about all the times we had. Occasionally bring a tear to my eye. It's then that I pray to the Lord in the sky, to be able to hold you one last time, to be able to give you one last kiss and one last hug, to tell you it's you that I love, if only I could, one last time. Next one's going to be, like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody, it's just stuff I've gone through. This one is Letter to Jesus. I first met you many years ago. I was just a kid, not more than 7 or 8 years old. We used to talk each and every day, but as I grew older, I slowly started to drift away. When I found you again, it seemed my world was falling apart, my life out of control, me with so much pain in my heart. But you welcomed me with a warm smile and open arms. You healed my pain, and I felt the love in your heart. So here I am, Lord, on bended knee to say thank you for loving me, that I'm sorry for ever having offended you, asking for forgiveness of my sins, and I'm ready to let you in. And since I've accepted you into my life, it's only now that I see things in a different light. Where once I walked in darkness and was ashamed, I now walk proud with you and no longer afraid. I know it won't be easy. I know it won't always be easy, but I know without you it will be hell. So as you gave your life for me, so do I give into your will now. I've got 2 more. These last 2 are just kind of like off the top of my head and stuff. If these 2 work for you, then you'll like the book. If you don't like these 2, maybe you still buy the book. Alright, this first one's called The Doctor. I once met a doctor, and he told a story to me. Whether it's true or not, that depends if you believe. I want to tell you about a patient I once had. One day he came to me and he told me he hurt bad. So right there and then, I started to examine him. I gave him a complete checkup. But the test showed him healthy as can be. Very weak, he cried, "Help me. Can't you see the test are lying?" "Then tell me where's the pain," I exclaimed. "Because we've passed every test that I've given." He shouted, here in my chest. So I removed his shirt and gave it a listen. "Was it a heart attack?" I asked. "No," said the doctor. "It was something more serious than that." The patient asked in a weak voice, "Now, Doc, can you see just what it is that's killing me?" I turned to him and said, "Yes, you're suffering from a broken heart." And he grabbed my arm as tight as he could grab me, and he cried softly, "Please, Doc, stop it from hurting." All of a sudden, the pressure was released from my hand, from his hand, and all that laid on my table was the remains of a heartbroken man. Okay, the last one, and then I'll let you get back to the music. This one has to do with the virus that we all, corona stuff. I had to go to work every day. I heard people complaining they were stuck at home. I was like, I want to be at home and get paid. So I was like, what are they complaining about? What are they so sad or upset about? So I put myself in their spot. So this one's called The Day in the Life of the Virus. Tick-tock, tick-tock. When will all this madness stop? Tick-tock, tick-tock. I just lost another staring contest with this clock. Mocking me with every chance it gets, turning seconds into minutes, making minutes feel like hours. By yourself and stuck inside, feeling like a prisoner in a tower. With little interaction with the outside world, my only highlight was when I stepped outside to feed a squirrel. I saw a dog chase a cat up a tree. I felt so jealous, wishing I could be that free. As I stood there looking up at the sky, blue as topaz, a gust of wind hit me when a car out of nowhere drove past. I continued standing there to feel the warm sun upon my skin, trying to remember the last time I did this. Sadly, I couldn't remember when. So I took a deep breath and literally smelled some roses, thinking to myself, all the things I took for granted before, I'll now enjoy more when we are over this. Then my paranoid mind started messing with me. Although I was alone, I swear I heard someone sneeze. Then I swore I heard someone cough. I told myself, well, I've had enough. So I went back inside and washed my hands, sat back down where I'll be at. Another staring contest with this clock. Tick tock, tick tock. Thank you.
The chopper. Ex-bootlicker chopper. It's cleaning the microphone. Dennis.
All right, give it up one more time for Victor. All right, up next, we have Sam Mayo, who I believe is going to play the piano for us. Sam with us? Oh, no worries. We'll move on to the next one, and then I'll grab it for the... All right, so up next, we have Justin Stockwell, who's going to be singing for us. Get up for Justin.
All right. Once again, if you're just joining, I will not talk while they're performing. That's disrespectful, and I don't even like to type while they're performing because when they look at me, it looks like I'm not paying attention. So it's kind of a catch-22. But in between performances is when I'll catch up. Great to see you all. No, I'm not performing. I just wasn't feeling it, but I'll probably be here next month and I'll perform a set. Call that sound, man. When I performed here last time, I noticed they have the volumes really low. So I just put on some gloves. Laren Directo, Best Host 2023-2024. Ex-bootlicker, Most Stamina 2023. Karen, Best Mod 2023. Oh no, he dropped a glove. Now it's dirty. LVC Best Coffee Dispenser 2023. Skywatcher Dennis, Best Skywatcher. Rich, Best Smog Exempt Car Lover, Rich. She Devil, Best Everything 2023.
All right, give it up for Justin.
We'll play some songs with Glenn, like playing. I'm going to start with Any Green Anymore. Sitting down with a sycamore tree, got to back and forth. I was lost with the liquid instinct, glad we reached the floor. What beauty sweat don't do, I was wrong before. Now my hands, I can't see any green anymore. She looked away with the tears in her eyes, and what she did that for. She told me now, don't you look in mine, stranger, 'cause I can't look in y'all. Yeah, so go to who you are, I don't know. You locked the hall door. Bow her head 'cause she won't see any green anymore. Spring is here, well, that's what they say, but my calendar's been torn. Say hello to the sunshine and the rain, watch the new leaves fall. Please leave me, it's best that you don't see, I've got an alien born. I'm better dead, cause I can't see any green anymore. Okay, this next song is called Cheeky Company. Just wanted to dedicate it to my girlfriend, who I love so very dearly. She was the one that motivated me to get out here tonight. She was, you should go, you should go. I'm like, nah, I suck. No. Alright. I guess just want to take your loved ones for granted, even though the song has nothing to do with that, It's not designed to be a wrecking machine. One marching line with rugby Karen Jews. They're left out in for all the relevant schemes with fake smiles. Australia France sucked all the levity out. Was 40 years young just to try out a sound. Those cuts so quick that she was crawling around, selling style. Right side, the thick of it all. Right side, well, that's well for. Yucaipa City was a busted town. My old home is leaking rodents and gas. We joined together, made the city cough back. Won't you comfy? Regretting substance all the businessman's got, but it's been dealt by many killers at large. You stack the deck, I'll steal the drinks from the bar. Keep you company. Right side.
Stretch it out. Too much pressure.
Somebody put me out of my misery already. Alright, this song's called An LA Woman. I wrote this a long time ago. I'd kill me an LA woman, find one good boy. She played a posh princess that takes heart. If she knew the dark in me, it's picked and straightened, came down to earth, then she'd see the situation. I'd kill an LA woman, give her a taste of a loss. Look through those jawless holes, take back hope she holds, that bitch will pay the cost. I'll kill an LA woman, give her a taste of loss. Look through those jawless holes, take back hope she holds, that bitch big off. Black clouds are small, it's choked me silly. Rain down the karma she believes in and wash her swiftly. I'd kill me an LA woman, she'd find me feel emotions once broken but never healed.
Love comes
Okay,
off.
bye.
Mic drop.
पिया को मना मानत नाही रे पिया को मना मानत नाही रे पिया को मना मानत बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे बिया गो मनानत नाई रे रे बिनती करूं पैया परूं बिनती करूं पैया परूं जाओ तो बिवारी वारी वारी रे बिनती करते मैं तो हार गई रे बिया गो मनानत नाई
Alright, give it up, Sam.
The light in here. But
Thank you. Sorry for running out.
It's all about the music.
One call and I'll chance. I haven't gotten any calls all week, and then of course, as soon as I get here and somebody's playing.
full. Okay, thanks.
Gonna do something a little different. I've never done this before. I've never played this. I've never played the piano, song, all that stuff in front of. I play the guitar usually here, and I won't say because I say it every time I'm here. Oh, I'm so nervous, so I won't say that. I won't say that I'm even more nervous because I'm doing the piano, and then I might, anyway.
I might get a better angle.
Real quick, this song is, it's kind of long. You're gonna think it's over 3 times before it's really over. Hopefully, you're not gonna be praying that it's over 3 times before it's actually over. But you might think it's over. Lyrically, it's kind of, the chorus is pretty easy to understand, I think, and it's, but it's kind of brutal, and just kind of as a preface, we all know people that have been self-destructive, and we write a lot of songs about how much we love them and how much we hope they turn it around, or how much we miss them when they don't turn it around. This song kind of takes the same thing at a different angle, though, and it's more kind of the anger and rage you feel when they don't turn it around, and kind of follows their self-destruction. So anyway, real happy tune. So that's enough of me. Here we go. Thanks.
All right, give it up one more time for Sam. Before we move on to our next person, after the Ragdoll Tribute Band, we have a theatrical adaptation of Steel Magnolias. That's going to run September 1st and 2nd, and then the following week, September 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's a great show. All of our theatrical productions are put on by Legendary Productions, and they do an amazing job. So if you're into theatrical shows, you're into musicals, you're into things like that, I heavily recommend you check that out. It's always a fun time here at the YPAC. All right, up next we have Julia, who will be singing for us. Give it up for Julia.
Good to see everybody tonight. Thank you for the thumbs up. Shout out to any locals who found this on a replay. You got 801, Karen, Larry Directo, Camden Caveman, Rich GT 560R, Charlie Dog 84, Irazy, Karen, everybody lurking. This is the song that Donald Trump made famous, referring to Kim Jong-un, our dear leader.
Acoustic versions of a song called Zombie by the Cranberries. And I'm really nervous because I'm not singing in front of people, but here we go. Another head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken. When the violence causes silence, who must be mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their bombs. In your head, they are crying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Another mother's breaking, heart is taking over. When the violence causes such silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old theme since 1916. In your head, we're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, we're still fighting. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Ow. mine. It's not the first heartbroken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know. There's just no getting over you. You know I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see there's nothing else for me to do? I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. Out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. My head is saying, fool, forget him. And my heart is saying, don't let go. Just hold on to the end. And that's what I intend to do. Hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. Out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you.
She was awesome. You notice in the last half
All right,
of the
give it up one
song,
more time for Julia.
she got less shy and opened up her voice. It's freaking awesome.
Up next, we have Carol with storytelling. Give it up for Carol.
Storytelling. Maybe I should sign up. I'll do some storytelling. Tell a story about Rich GT560R.
Thank you, everybody. I wasn't quite sure what to call what I'm trying to do here tonight. But they're kind of a combination of storytelling, a little bit of historical trivia, a little bit of cultural commentary. I hesitate at my age to call it stand-up because it seems a little ambitious.
You're not sitting down.
Yeah, but anyway, my first foray doing this at this advanced age, I'm aware of so many things. How many people here grew up in Yucaipa? Can I see a show of hands? Anybody? Nobody. Not one person. When did you first come to Yucaipa?
I was 12. I want to say I was 12. I'm 46 now.
Okay, so 36 years ago. That's not that long ago. Nobody else? For 20 years, just, last 20 years have just gone by like crazy, so. In fact, my personality at this point, I was just thinking the other day, is resembling more and more the John Becker character. Anybody ever watched Becker? That's about 20 years old, probably. None of these people, a lot of these people too young to remember that. But anyway, he's kind of a curmudgeonly doctor in New York City, and everything annoys him. And that's kind of the way I've kind of gotten it. But anyway, yeah, growing up in Yucaipa, my family moved here in 1951.
Yeah.
So this place has changed.
You saw some good days.
We had, orange groves and fruit stands and fruit orchards and chicken ranches, and it was a very different place. It probably, I don't know, must have had about 7,000 people in. I'm just guessing, approximately. And so it was very different than it is today. But, to look at what the amenities, so we have, this place is beautiful. We used to have, I think it was a lumber yard right about here where I'm standing in the middle. And then there was a pharmacy over here that had one of those wonderful soda fountains, kind of like a bar for young people, where you go and get these fantastic, all these are the most delicious malts and stuff. And then there was a place on the corner, a bakery on the corner over there. And all kinds of things, here actually that we don't, there are a few things that we don't have now. If you want to look at so-called progress. Back in the 50s, we actually had a movie theater, an airport, and a hospital, none of which we have now, which is kind of interesting. But I was hoping there would be more people that might have been around. 36 years ago, let me think. Who can do the math on that? That's about, let's see, that's 23, so that'd be another 13 years, what, 1987? Does that sound right?
That I looked up here?
Yeah.
88.
Okay.
We did 85.
Yeah, all right. So, things were a lot different in the 50s. I attended YPAC Elementary, which is the one over here in California. And we used to walk to school every day. We didn't have to worry about getting abducted. It was a lot safer place. And you could ride your bicycle around without worrying about somebody in a 4x4 running you down like you do now. I gave up riding my bicycle around here because I figured I was just being used for target practice. But anyway, yeah, age is a very relative thing. I remember my mother several years ago, this is years and years ago now. She was working for an older guy. She decided to do some caretaking. And this was a guy that was like in his 90s. And at the time, she was around 60. And he asked her how old she was. And she said, "Oh, I'm 60. And he said, "Oh, to be 60 again." And that was a joke in our family for a long time. Now I'm saying the same thing. It's like, "Oh, be 60 again." But, all the wonderful things that happen to you the older you get. I was in my yard the other day. I just, leaned over to get a weed out, and I sprained, I did something to my ankle. I was limping around the rest of the day just from stretching it. These kind of lovely things that you have to contend with. It's just one thing after the next. But, just to tell you something I've been through recently, I'm going to sit down before I fall now. These shoes, especially. I've been through kind of I'm kind of a vermin victim. I've been through the vermin wars here lately. I've had every damn thing imaginable driving me crazy at home. I had gophers digging up the grass, and then I had ground squirrels making like these horrible tunnels out like pool equipment. And then I had and then it graduated to rats. I ended up having, rats were getting in my car, underneath my car, and eating up all the insulation underneath my dashboard. And then on top of that, then they got into my crawl space over my house, and this guy came by, you know, from a pest control service, and he signed me up, like, you know, like I said, yeah, fine, I need some help here. So then they set some traps and stuff. I had a trap up in my crawl space, and they caught a couple of these god-awful rats. The first one, oh my God, the smell. It was so atrocious. The second time the thing went off, I heard this big snap and woke me up in the middle of the night. I thought, oh, that's got to be that rat trap up there. And it was, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll wait a day or two. That other one was so smelly, maybe it'll dry up. Well, then I get this horrible infestation of flies because, you know, it got infested with, you know, these maggots, and then they went into my bathroom, one of my bathrooms, through the vents. Oh my God. Anyway, it's been like the plague of, you know, of Egypt around there. I said to a friend of mine, I said, I'm just waiting for the locusts next. And she said, oh, I think it's frogs. So I haven't seen any frogs yet, but I did see a couple of grasshoppers I stomped on really quick. But I think I'm finally kind of through that. But I'll tell you, I dealt with ants. In fact, I have a confession to make here tonight. Might as well make it in front of an audience. If I had become, I hope I'm in recovery now, I had become an ant torturer. Because these ants had come into my house. They crawled all over my countertops in my kitchen, so much so that I was spraying it with hydrogen peroxide, and now the countertops all bubbled up and stuff. And then they were getting in my stove, and then they got in my refrigerator. Both of my refrigerators have one in the back and one in the front. And then they got in my dishwasher. It's like, oh my God. So I started, like, I'd find them and I'd, you know, mashing them, and then when I saw them on the stove, I'd turn on all the burners. But, you know, anyway, I hope I'm kind of like recovered from that. But this fly thing, I think, was the worst. Oh my God. But anyway, so that's kind of what I've been going through. But one of the things some trivia about Yucaipa. Does anybody remember, well, let me just tell you, like with phone numbers that we have today, right? You have the area code, then you have the prefix, and then you have the line number. That's what those three different things are, right? First three numbers, area code, second three numbers, prefix, last four, line number. Well, in the old days, and probably none of you may remember this, some of you guys over here, you remember when we had, sorry. Some of you may remember that we had like names for.
Well, we did have.
Valley 2, yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, and we also had phones, yeah, those old black phones that weighed a ton, yeah, the rotary dial. Yeah, but you know what, a question we never used to have to ask when we called somebody in the old days, where are you? Right? Because then nobody had personal phones. No people had phones. Houses had phones. And businesses had phones, right? So, you know, if you called somebody, you knew they were at home if you called their own number, right? But anyway, in the old days, we had these names, you know, like they called them exchanges. In fact, there was a movie back in the 60s, I think, with Elizabeth Taylor called Butterfield 8. That was good. Yeah, and that was based on, you know, this exchange that was in New York City and Manhattan, and a certain section of Manhattan. And anyway, so there, and in fact, the old song that some of you, again, will remember, maybe.
You know, because he's old.
And you may remember, well, actually, it's before my time, and probably before yours, but, you know, from the old big band era, remember Pennsylvania 6-5000?
Talk to somebody else.
Remember that? There's nobody else here that can relate. Anyway, Pennsylvania 6-5000. You know what that referred to? It was a hotel in New York City and Manhattan, a Hotel Pennsylvania, where these big bands like Glenn Miller band, they played there a lot at the Cafe Rouge, and they tore that down, unfortunately, about in 2011, I think it was. But anyway, so that area there, you know, around Penn Station, that was Pennsylvania, and then, you know, whatever the numbers, so there were 2 letters plus 5 numbers, were the way the old, you know, the way the numbers were at that time. And here, so it was PE, whatever those are, on the dial, and then, you know, it's the rest of the number. Well, here in Yucaipa, does anybody know what the old exchange used to be called, the prefix? It was pyramid. So anybody that's been around in Yucaipa for a long time has a 79. If you have a 797, it's still PYR on the dial. And, you know, if you have 790 or 795 or 794, those are all part of those old numbers. So you can tell if somebody's been around here a long time, if they have, well, first of all, if they have a landline at all, right? But if they have if they have a 79 something, it's one of those old pyramid numbers. So anyway, that's probably it for me. I probably should stop.
Rich.
All right.
Thanks again, Rich.
Carol.
Rich, GT560R with the generous super chat.
And then we'll go on to the raffle draw. But before we go that, please welcome Spencer to the stage. Give it up for
Oh,
Spencer.
I need to get a raffle ticket.
So I'm pretty sure most of y'all will know this one. I really hate ads, you know? I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. Well, I had $1 million, but I'd spend it all if I can find that henna and that Sancho that you find. Well, I'd pocket Captain Sancho and I'd slap her down. But I really wanna know, my baby. But I really wanna say I can't define. Well, it's love. know that if he knows what is good for him, he best go running high. Daddy's got a new 45, and I won't think twice to skip that route straight down Sancho's door. Believe me when I said that I got something for his podcast, but I really wanna know, my baby. What I really wanna say is there's just one way back, and I'll make it, yeah. My soul will have to wait, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that song.
I have 3 more.
Yeah. Gotta love Sublime.
Been awake for a while now. You got me feeling like a child now. 'Cause every time I see your bubbly face, I get the tingles in a silly place. It starts in my toes, then I click on my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. And you make me smile, please stay for a while now. Just take your time, wherever you go. The rain is falling on my window pane, but we are hiding in a safe place. Undercover, staying dry and warm. You give me feelings that I adore. Starts in my toes, makes me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know that you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just take your time, wherever you go. But what am I gonna say when you make me feel this way? I just starts in my toes, makes me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know that you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just take your time, wherever you go. Been asleep for a while now. You tuck me in just like a child now. 'Cause every time you hold me in your arms, I'm comfortable enough to feel your warmth. It starts in my soul and I lose all control. When you kiss my nose, I feel it shows. 'Cause you make me smile, baby, just take your time now. Won't let me die. Wherever, wherever, wherever you go. Wherever, wherever, wherever you go. Wherever you go, I always know. 'Cause you make me smile, even just for a while. This next song is from a movie that you all should probably know. Hopefully. you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Now, this last song, I will admit, a little emotional. It is a Billie Eilish song, and it was made for the Barbie movie that just came out. So, yeah. I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure
All right, now I'm going to win a drawing.
All right, give it up one more time for Spencer. So we have reached the conclusion of our evening, but I do have 2 tickets to give away. Once again,
Rich, I
this
just
is
bought
for
these.
our comedy night. That is this Friday. That's going to be doors open at 7 o'clock and show starts at 8. So it's nice and late in case if you were worried about it being a little earlier, because we know this is a little
Thank you,
last
Rich.
minute. So, for our first ticket, I won't look in so you guys can't claim that I'm being favorited. We have 262457. Is it bingo?
Oh, you can't see that.
Any bingo?
I'm
Right here.
262170.
All right. What's your name, sir? Roger. Congratulations, Roger. All right. All right, one more. We have one more to give away. 262431. All right. The same table. What's your name, man? Kelly, congratulations.
Stop the steal.
Congratulations to these 2. We'd still like to see you guys this Friday. Like I said, that's 7 o'clock. Doors open. Show starts today. We have a full bar and food. Follow us on social media at Yucaipa Performing Arts. Some of you might already be there, so check us out. With that, please have a great night, you guys. Drive safe, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. Two more. I'll be in Vegas. I got a full slot machine and win some
Gonna end the stream probably in about 10 minutes. Just gonna mosey out of here and take you guys outside for a second. Pretty small room. Here's how small it is. And maybe someday this will get so big that they'll open up this big stage right here. Here's the big stage. Oh, hold on, I gotta set up my little tripod. This is where I'll be performing real soon. The giant stage. Big shout out to Rich. Super chats I never asked for. I feel bad when you guys super chat. Like, I debated whether I should turn it off. But Rich, after your super chat, I went on my Amazon. Wait. And I ordered some of these. These are my Pugs favorite because you said get the Pugs a treat. Make sure my address isn't on there. They're called Dream Bones. It's like an alternative to rawhide, and this is like crack for dogs. So if my brain remembers, when they arrive tomorrow, I want to record them. I want to record the Pugs because they really enjoy it a lot. So I got to run home and feed the dogs actually, but so let me just do like a couple minutes of shout outs and then going to end the stream. So here we go. New Mexico disc golf. Thanks for being here. Does it get hot in New Mexico? I'm wondering if you're getting the heat that we're getting in Southern California. Unless you're in an elevation. Rich GT 720R in a few months. I'll get Pug to sing happy birthday. Yeah. I'll do that. Is it your birthday? I'll do that on my next sing stream. It was for the girls' pug. I do appreciate it. No, thank you, Rich. Val Brooks, terrible dad. You're gonna get them hooked on this stuff a little too late. Before I did this order, I bought like 4 bags, and they went through them in like 2 days. Maybe that's why there was vomit all over the place. Maybe I fed them too much. I'm just kidding. There was no vomit. Thank you, Val Brooks. Rich, New Mexico citizen. Brandon's a great preacher. Check out Brandon's channel if you haven't done so already. Yeah, Independent Joe. Oh, I see you in there. If you're still there, let me make you a mod. Wait, let me subscribe to you first. You got a lot of content. All right, I just subscribed to you, Independent Joe, and I'm gonna make you a little mod. Sorry I missed you. Laren Directo, thanks. Oh, I see funny IRL clips. Sorry, I missed you earlier. You did the lurking eyeballs. Great to see you. No clipping content, unfortunately, but thank you for being here. Funny IRL clips. Cammed Up Caveman. And that's about all I could scroll up. Sorry I couldn't talk much, but as it was, I felt bad, like, because the musicians would like look at the audience and they'd see me like looking down at my phone, so I try to minimize that. So if there's any locals here watching the replay, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. And Panic, great to see you. Panic's an awesome streamer as well, does sing streams all the time. So thank you for being here, Panic. Thanks, Violet, if you're lurking. I know you got your hands full. And I'll see you all on the next one. Appreciate you all.